Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Stico here, and I did pre-record a little 5-minute section for you guys. Um, so I'm gonna show that right now. Um, so I'll see you back after. Thank you. Creeping. Haha, it's my safety cube. I'm over here, bitch. Come and get me. Ah! Hehe. Ooh, playing hide and seek, are we? There you are. Safety cube. Safety cube. Hehehe. Safety cube. Sucker. And welcome back. So I hope you liked that little 5 minute section. I had a lot of fun editing it. And yeah, so back to normal gameplay, I guess. I'm just here making some pillars here. And today I want to talk about cops, police officers. You know, those guys in blue that give you tickets if you do stuff wrong. Well, I want to talk about one time that they tried to give me tickets for something I actually did not do. So, in Holland, you have scooters or mopeds or whatever you want to call them, bikes, and in Holland there are these categories, and I had one of those scooters. I just gonna call them scooters right now, but I had a scooter that was categorized as a 45 kilometer an hour scooter. You're not allowed to travel any faster on those things. Um, so yeah, um, and this night I was coming back from a party, right? Party with some friends, and it was 1 o'clock at night. And um, on the way home, I was gonna drive past this roundabout, and that roundabout was, of course, totally empty, being that late at night. There was nobody was gonna be there, so I didn't really care for slowing down or stopping to look if traffic was coming because there were no walls in my vision or anything there. I had a clear view of everything, so I just carried on driving over the roundabout and not breaking the law or anything, not going too fast because my scooter couldn't go any faster than 45 kilometers an hour. So if I wanted to drive too fast, I couldn't. And when I was past the roundabout, suddenly I get overtaken by this police car, right? This patrol car. And they didn't have their lights on, they didn't have the siren on, they didn't have the stop sign out or their follow sign out. And usually Dutch police have to have at least one of those things to warn you that you need to stop. But no, instead, these guys just cut me off, and I need to brake really hard to avoid hitting them. And they step out. Well, not they. One of those guys steps out really aggressively towards me and it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna get a ticket." And I'm flustered, right? I'm like, "What the hell is going on here?" And first of all, I'm being cut off by police officers, which, wow, damn. Usually they aren't that aggressive. And then he steps out and just tells me I'm gonna get a ticket without actually telling me what for. Like, I did not really slow down for the roundabout, but that is because I saw nothing was coming. And I also was not speeding. I didn't break any laws, and there was no traffic lights I could drive through illegally or something. So it was it was just really weird of the guy to be like that. And he says like, "Yeah, you went really fast around the roundabout, and you were doing at least 80 kilometers an hour." And I'm thinking like, what the hell, 80? I know these guys have measuring equipment to measure your speed, but there's no way I was doing 80. Like I said before, my scooter cannot do 80 kilometers an hour, or could not do 80 kilometers an hour. I don't own the scooter anymore, but yeah, that was just weird. But then his colleague got out of the car and he walked up to us much more calmly than the first guy, and he overheard me saying to his more aggressive colleague like, uh, 80, I cannot even do 80, this scooter doesn't go 80, right? And so The second guy tells the first guy, "Come over here for a bit." So those two guys walk off. Oh, I still had some wood. Um, yeah. So those two guys walk off a bit and discuss a few things with one another, and then they come up to us, and the first guy, that was the aggressive one, comes to me. Well, I'm just gonna leave you with a warning today, and um, that'll be it. But drive more carefully next time. And they drive off again. It's like, what? I was like, what just happened? Wow. Hello there. Um, I'm not equipped. Two of them. Oh crap! She saw me. No, 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 no. Crap. Okay. Gotta ambush her. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. 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 Yes! Okay. Maybe I can get her friend as well. Her yourself. Let's see. Where is she? Where the hell? Oh, there she is. Yeah! Both didn't. Oh, sugar. Well, they dropped sugar. Okay. So, anyway, back to the story. So they drove off, and I was left behind, like thinking, what just happened? Well, what what I think happened is, in the place I used to live, was actually where all beginning police officers go to train. It was a village where not much happens, you know, so it's a nice place for officers to train right after their graduation, right? So I'm thinking that this guy that was so aggressive towards me was probably a just graduated officer, and the second guy that came out just told him like, "Hey, dude, uh, if his scooter actually does not go that fast, you are going to be in trouble." And so I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure. But I ended up not getting a ticket anyway, which is really nice. So yeah, um, yeah, I know I'm kind of walking around, not doing much. Um, just still need to learn to tell a story and play Minecraft at the same time. I'm not really good at it. I think I wanna put those letters somewhere else, so it's gonna have a better access route towards it. So, well, missed. The second story is me and my friends love to hang out in this park, right? This park had an awesome lake, and we used to hang out lakeside during the summers. And most of my friends would go there on their bicycles. And at the time, I didn't own a bicycle, so I had to go on my scooter again. But in this park, you were not allowed to use your scooter. It's basically kind of a nature reserve park where people also go to relax, right? And so if you go there with your scooter, you're gonna get a ticket. That's just how it works there. So I was driving towards this park, and when you go there, there's always these. What the? Okay. There's always these sports fields you have to go past in order to get there. And when I was at those sports fields, I saw a um, what you call it in English, a police officer on his motorbike going towards the park. And at that moment, I knew like, okay, okay, there. If I even as much as have my scooter turned on in that park, I'm gonna get a ticket. So I beforehand knew I'm not gonna have my scooter turned on when I go there. And so instead, it's still a really long way to go, you know? So instead, I um, don't have my engine on. I just sit on my saddle and just have my hands hanging to the side and, propelling the scooter forward with my legs. What the hell is this? Okay. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Um, so yeah, I was just going through that park with my engine off and with my legs dangling to the side and pushing myself along to get there. Now, when I was doing this, I came across a T intersection, and I saw the the police officer actually fining another guy on a scooter that did not turn off his engine. And I was thinking to myself, sucker, you got a fine. I did not, because I knew he was gonna be there, you know. And so I was feeling all happy about myself, and then, um, like 5 minutes later, what? Okay, 5 minutes later, the put it right back where I don't want it. The police officer on his motorbike pulls up beside me, and he's like, "Okay, turn your engine off. You're gonna get a ticket." And I stopped, and I'm like, "My engine is already off." Yeah, 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 because you just turned it off when you saw me coming. And I told him, I was facing the other way. I couldn't have seen you coming. It was already off. And I had this whole discussion with the guy about that my that I didn't have my engine turned on, right? But he just didn't want to believe me. He was like, "Yeah, I saw you sitting on your scooter, and um, you were just driving it. You were going way too fast for having your engine turned off." And I knew this was bullshit, right? Because um, I had my engine turned off. I saw him going there, and like I was like, this is such a stupid thing to happen because he can fine you whatever. It's your word against an officer's. Like, what are you gonna do? And I told him this. Like, this is not fair because it's your word against mine, and in this case, you are wrong. I told him. I told him, you might have seen me sitting on my scooter, yes, but are you absolutely sure that I had my engine on and that my legs dangling to the side? And then I also told him, like, um, dude, I saw you going to past the sports fields, and I already realized that you were going here, and I saw you finding that guy over there, and I would be crazy to still have my engine running when I know that you're in the neighborhood. And I guess me saying that tipped him off to the truth. Like, that convinced him that I was actually sitting and pushing myself along instead of my um, engine being turned on. But because that was the moment he said, "Okay, okay, this time I'm gonna let you go without a ticket." And of course, at that moment is the moment where you shut up, right? You don't want to say anything else. But I was like, dude, what the hell? This time I'm gonna let you go? It's so stupid. He know. I think he know he was wrong. He knew he was wrong. It was just, so frustrating. But yeah, that was my running. Two. Well, I've had more runnings in. I've had. Mm, I don't know how to say that correctly, but you get my drift. There were those two times were the times I encountered police officers when I was actually not in the wrong, which was pretty interesting. Later on, though, I realized, like, oh, so stupid of me. That guy is a motorcycle officer. He should know that if your engine has recently been on, you would never touch your exhaust. And the easiest way I could have solved that problem, that discussion with the guy, is just like, look, and put my hand on my exhaust and tell him like, look, dude, you are a motorcycle officer. If you know anything about your own motorcycle, you would not put your hand on the exhaust when it's just been turned on, and then it would have been problem solved. But sadly, I didn't think about that at the time. For some reason, we I never think of the easy solution in the discussion itself. It's so frustrating. I hear lots of people having that same problem, but yeah. So yeah, didn't get much done in the game, but told you some cool stories, and you got to see some cool editing. I hope if that all went well. Um, I'm planning to do this a little bit more often. I got some cool subjects written down on which I can talk about, and that yeah, I hope that's gonna be fun. Well, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.